All right, what's poppin'? Raj is back. And if you see the video, the title of this video is called Hunger. Yeah, hunger. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about, Raj? Why are we talking about hunger? Why? Well, you know, kind of reminds me of, it kind of correlates to a movie I looked at a long time ago. One of my favorite movies. Not because it was about greed and corruption whatsoever, but it was. And that was Wall Street. And somewhere in that movie, Gordon Gekko, Mr. Douglas, said that greed is good when they was having a meeting. Greed for spirituality, greed for things, for a drive. Greed was good. You know what I mean? Greed is good. Greed helps classify and separate people. Greed kind of, I'm telling you, that's what he said. Greed does that. It makes, you know, it just makes you feel like, yo, man, I'm going after it. This is my thing. I'm greedy for it. I want to do this. I got the drive to do it. You know, they call it greed. You can also correlate that with the word hunger. I mean, because a lot of people say if you really have a hunger or a passion, some people say, well, I have a passion for this. I have a hunger for this. I have a, you know, and I'm talking about usually creativity, maybe making money, starting a business, you know, whatever your thing is, you have a passion for it, you have a drive for it, you have a hunger for it, you have a desire for it, you have a greed for it. So hunger in many forms of the word can mean different things depending on how you apply the word hunger. All right, so let's start to dissect this word hunger and how I want to use it today. Hunger. I as I normally do, get up in the morning, I look at some TV. Some people might say I look at too much RT TV, but I don't. I just look at YouTube and work my way around YouTube. What I don't look at is corporate media TV. I don't look at, I just don't do it. I don't do corporate media TV at all. So you know, I look at YouTube. YouTube has a lot of content. So does you know, Netflix. There's a lot of content out there you can find. Other than that bull mess programming stuff they do every day to us, try to get us to you know, fall in the line with the government. Didn't mean to do that. That was a fast change in life. So pretty much they were talking about hunger. And they were talking about hunger because they said United States so worried about Venezuelan. They're worried about Venezuelan people being hungry. When we know people in Africa are hungry, people everywhere are hungry, including the United States. Did you know? Which is why this came about. Because I'm checking out the Venezuelan thing because I know what's going to happen with that. If we go to war in Venezuela, we got problems. And you might not think it's going to affect you, whether you live in the hood or whether you don't, whether you live in the upper echelons of the greatest apartment, the greatest neighborhood you want to live in rural America. If we go to war with Venezuela, we're going to have a problem. Because there's people who support Venezuela, they got just as much power as we have. Yeah, and they call it China and Russia. So, we can't be messing around. But if we mess around and go into Venezuela with troops or something like that, we're going to have a problem. Let's get back to hunger, because that's the hunger of the United States government. The deep state want to create wars, want to take over countries that have gold and all, you know, trying to get off the petrodollar. They don't like that. So now they got to start to try to create a war somewhere. And that way, especially Venezuela, try to topple the government, try to do a coup like they tried to do with Trump, and try to take over somebody else's government and put their own puppet guy in there. They've been doing it for years. That's a hunger for greed. That's the greed of the United States empire, and eventually the empire is going to fall. And when the empire falls, dog, unfortunately, we all going to fall. We all part of the empire. We deal with it every day. We buy the empire goods. We listen to the empire's propaganda. We drive around the empire's cars. We are part of the empire, no matter what. You know, so if the empire starts to go down because nobody want to use the dollar anymore, or because we creating wars in other places, we ain't got no business creating wars, or we trying to take other people's resources. They just stole so much of Venezuelan resources, it's unbelievable. They just stole Citgo. They stole the freaking gold. Well, them and the Britain stole their gold. Venezuela got like $8 billion worth of gold over there, and they won't let them have it. Talking about some sanctions. That's your government. They got a hunger for Satan. Hunger for money and greed. That's the United States government, your empire. But that's not the hunger I'm talking about. Do you know the statistics of obesity in the world? The most obese population in the world as a whole is the United States of America. Yes, we're the most obese, unhealthy, meat-eating, fast food eating, poison food eating country ever. Everybody's fat. Everybody's overweight. Might not be obese, but everybody's freaking overweight, including me. People say I ain't overweight. Man, you done lost too much weight. Whatever, man. I'm just saying, we're the most obese nation in the world, on the planet Earth, in the universe. I don't think aliens are as fat as us. Or the Anunnakis. We're the fattest society. Fatties, big fat, always eating, can't stop eating fat, gotta eat 5 times a day, nothing but freaking fat, and poison food all day, fat. Fatties, obese, fatty people. United States of your America. Raj, when you gonna get to the part about hunger, man? You keep talking about that, man. We talking about hunger.
Yeah, Raj, you're supposed to be talking about hunger. What's wrong with you talking about hunger? You said hunger in the beginning, but what hunger are you talking about?
Over 1.8 million people a night go to bed hungry in the United States. Really? So, we're the most obese society ever in the universe. This is in the universe, yo. We ain't even talking about Philly. We're not talking about your hometown. We ain't even talking about your hood. We talking about in the universe. Again, the universe. Even the man on the moon ain't fat. We're the fattest society in freaking history of everything. But yet again, we got 1.8 million people going to bed starving. Now, tell me, how does that work? I don't know how many people we have on Earth. I don't count them. I'm not a census guy that count people who live in the United States. That's not what I do. They got some people who do that, Nielsen's, whatever they do. If you got 3 billion people, is it billion? I don't know how many people live here. But you got 1.8 going to bed hungry every night. And all you got to do is look around you. You see how many homeless people you see a day. I work on the subway system. I don't drive the subs anymore, so I don't see all the homeless people. But I see a lot of cats on the weekends that's sleeping on the sub. They don't have no place to live. Obviously, they're hungry. If they're sleeping on the sub, they got to be hungry. So I can attest to I see maybe 5 a day. Now, the guys who clean the trains on the platform, they probably see more than that a day. So I can relate to probably 1.8 million people being hungry, going to bed hungry. Even though we're the most obese nation in the universe. We ain't talking about Earth no more. We talking about the universe. People on Jupiter ain't that fat. And that's a big planet. Unbelievable. So how does this reconcile itself? That we have 1.8 billion people going to bed hungry. I barely eat every day, so I don't eat anyway. So I ain't never hungry though. I get a little small this and I'm good. I ain't got to eat all. I drink water and freaking granola bars all day long. That's what I do. And smoothies. And then I have 1 meal a day that ain't that big. But look around you. Today, just look around you. I ain't telling you to look at people in any other kind of way. Just look around you. And think in your head. If you can remember to count in your head, think on your head. Think within your head. If you say, you remember you saw 20 people today, how many did you see that was possibly overweight? And your statistic can weigh itself out right there as far as how many obese people live in the United States. Now, as you look around throughout the day, as you walk around, whatever you do, browse around, see how many people are actually homeless. And you know they're hungry because they're homeless. So now you're looking at that. So you're looking at a society, okay, 327 million. So maybe they said 1.8 million in. 320, so 1.8 million. So there's nowhere near half for 327 million. So 1.8 million people go to bed, sleep, hungry. Kids and everything. Kids and everything. But we're the most obese people in the world. But let me counteract that. When I see teenagers in Bloomingdale's buying $325 MCM belts, yeah, teenagers in Bloomingdale's buying $325 MCM belts. MCM belts. I hear you, brother, but why are these skinny guys who obviously ain't hungry because they skinny, but they buying $325 MCM belts? They ain't hungry. They got $300. Now, we know it's probably $300 worth of Bloomingdale's credit card belts that their mama paying for. Now, their mama out there trying to make sure she go to work so she can feed them. Even though she's giving them a freaking Bloomingdale card to buy a $325 belt. So I asked him when I saw him, I'm like, yo, I mean, I like good belts. I be buying fakey joints sometimes. I buy the fakey joints. I ain't fronting. I ain't spending $325 on a belt. I buy a fakey joint I can wear to work or browse around with. But they were buying a real thing. I'm like, cuz, there was two dudes that had backpacks on. Now, I know they were for $325 belts, whereas we got 1.8 million people going to bed hungry. Now, $325 MCM belt could have paid for some of them people to get something to eat. But see, the mama who gave them the card, it was two of them, to go buy the MCM belts, because he already had a red one on. Yeah, man, I want the blue joint. I need the blue joint. Teenagers in high school. $325 belts from Bloomingdale's. But yeah, we got 1.8 million people who are hungry, and we got half the population of fat and out of shape. What kind of mathematics are we working here? Look, I like arithmetic like everybody else. I'm an arithmetic type dude. That's what I do. I do arithmetic. You know what I mean? I know the mathematics. I be talking to a film. Yo, babe, look, I ain't got all day. Can I get the mathematics? Can I get the mathematics? You know what I mean? I'm gonna ask for the arithmetic. What you talking about? Let me get that arithmetic real quick, man. I gotta roll. I gotta get to work. Can I get that arithmetic? What are you talking about? Your phone number, duh. Arithmetic, numbers, math. Again, 1.8 million people go to bed hungry every night. Two teenagers buying $325 belts. At least 30% of the people you're going to see today are going to be obese. And we're the most obese nation in the universe. I mean, people on Saturn ain't as fat as we are. So why the United States worrying about hungry people in Venezuela? If you're worrying about the hungry people in Venezuela, give them back their gold, give them back Citgo, which is their oil company, and they'll feed their people. But you won't feed your own people. Because how come the country that has all the money in the world, though we are $15 trillion in debt, it could be high, I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out because I'm doing arithmetic. So we're 10 trillion. Remember, the Pentagon lost 3 trillion before they blew up the buildings to get rid of the paperwork, right? Yo, man, we lost 3 trillion. We still got them plans to blow up the towers, right? Because that's where the paperwork's at. That's where the computers are, the hard drives. We ain't got to worry about doing no Hillary Clinton and removing the hard drive, destroying with hammers and bleaching. We just blow up the towers. Because the towers weren't worth anything anyway. They're full of asbestos. They had to get rid of them. The whole thing was all that. Y'all should check that out. It's easy mathematics. Because Silverstein had a hunger for money. This guy buys the towers a week before they get blown up. And then he sues American Airlines and all them to get paid off of the death of 2,700 people who was frying amongst all the freaking C4 and everything they had up there that was burning up the towers. No kerosene airplanes. It doesn't work. It's never worked. Airplane fuel cannot burn down the towers. It will never happen. It doesn't have that higher flash point. They had a greed or a hunger for money. Silverstein had a hunger for money. That's like all the other Jewish people. Because I'm talking about Jewish. I didn't say Jews, I said Jewish, so not anti-Semitic at all. Okay? I want to be, are you anti-Semitic? You said Jewish. Well, he's a Jew. He's a Jewish guy. Silverstein is a Jewish guy who happened to say, pull building number 7. Pull it. Why they pull building number 7? Because they had some information too. Hard drives and all this stuff. They had to get rid of that building too. Pull it. Right now is a good time to pull it. Dog, hunger is a bad thing. Because 1.8 million people should not be going to bed hungry. We should not be like surplusing our infrastructure with the 1%ers who just continue to be hungry and do what we got to do. You know, we got these people out here with student loans. They just said the student loans, which I still understand when people send their kids to freaking college. I just don't. I don't get it. Because they get out of college, they got a whole bunch of debt, and now they can't find a job they went to college for. Because it was set up for that. Even though they had a hunger for knowledge, all they got was a hunger for debt. Like, man, I got a hunger for debt. I like debt. I ain't gonna lie. I pay interest out the wazoo every freaking year for debt. I do it. I'm entitled to be in debt. This country is built on debt. I'm gonna be in debt, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in debt. I got to have it. I got to have it. You know what I'm saying? Give me them cards. You want to approve me for another card? Give it to me. I'm taking it. Because I don't care about the interest. Because the reality is I'm using those cards to try to build a business. You have to put some money into the business to build a business. And though my business is a music business, so it's not that successful because I'm not a major super recording artist and I don't have a lot of people buying my music. A lot of people don't have hunger for my music, even though I have a hunger to make it. But as you can see, my CD's supposed to have been done July last year. Ain't done yet because I'm losing my hunger because I don't get enough support. That CD would have been done if I knew I had supporters for my CD that had a hunger for my music. But they don't. So I ain't in no rush to get it done. I am not in any rush to get my freaking CD done. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, Slim. They be working the street early up here. They be working early in the afternoon. They be working. They don't even hide themselves at night anymore. They be working early up around this hood right here. All right, anyway, let's get back to it. Statistics say, I got time to sit in the car before I got to punch in. 1.8 million people go to bed if they're able to sleep from hunger. 325 million people, half of them are obese, sick, eat bad food every day, which is causing healthcare to rise. And that's why it costs you so much to have healthcare, because you got probably you, and all these other people who are unhealthy is making the cost of healthcare too high for me who trying to take care of myself. I got to pay extra deductibles because I got to pay for you. It's just like the insurance policy on your car. You got to pay high insurance for them people who can't drive, right? I got to pay a bigger deductible, or I got to pay higher costs on my medical because these people who don't want to eat right. But if you took the food, whether it's good or bad, from these people who are obese and gave it to the 1.8 million people who go to bed at night, we wouldn't have hunger. So how does the mathematics work? How does it work? Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy because people in China, since you brought up China, but hopefully people can read your readback. I'd rather you guys who are making really big statements here, put them down in the comment box, copy and paste them, whatever you gotta do, and put them down in the comment box. Because once I shut this video down, ain't nobody gonna see it. So write all that good stuff. I'm not gonna respond to you because I'm trying to make a point. Write it all down, put it down in the comment box where I can comment on it once I'm done the video. This is not a pre-recorded video, I'm doing this live. All right? So, and China ain't full of fat people too. That's the thing about it. Whatever they are, you can't call Chinese people or Asian people fat. And they eat all kinds of freaking rice. Can't eat white rice. Oh, they eat white rice all the time. Them ninjas live until like 100 years old. If any person of color make it to 100, they probably only got one leg that's working right. Everything else is just dangling along. They're trying to make it. So call China, call any other country or any other society what you want. You ain't gonna call them obese, fat, wasteful, gluttonous people. You're just not. They might be greedy for money. They might be greedy for technology, but they're not obese. Half their country, a third of their country, maybe even a fifth of their country are not obese, overeating, gluttonous people. And I can bet you probably not 1.8 million or whatever percentage that is of our percentage is not going to bed starving. Because they want to go to bed starving because they don't want to be fat. It don't make no sense to me. All these people are hungry. Like I said, I see it. I be trying to offer them a quarter, whatever I got, man. I ain't walking around with freaking $1 billion in my pocket, but I got something loose, man. I give them a little bit of change, as long as I know they ain't gonna go and buy some freaking, some freaking weed. Well, they ain't gonna buy no weed, because you don't buy weed when you barely getting by. You might buy a beer or something like that instead of buying you something to eat. But what can I give you $1 you can buy that's gonna be healthy for you anyway? Because you're not gonna buy a freaking granola bar. You're not gonna go to the store and buy some Fig Newtons. You're not gonna go and buy these. This is what I eat all day. Not all day, along with my this is part of what I eat every day. You're not gonna take, if I give you $1, you are not, if you're hungry, you're not gonna go and buy this. You're gonna wait for that McDonald's dollar deal, 500 chicken McNuggets for $1 with a freaking soda full of freaking poison. You're gonna wait for that. So them cats saving up their money and they're waiting for the McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy deals, and they can eat all day. They can eat that poison all day. 1.8 million people go to bed starving. We got the fattest, disgusting society ever, including women. I ain't just talking about men. I see a lot of women, because we got a lot of women who work here. I ain't calling them fat. I know they overweight. They know they overweight. And the first time you start talking to them and they look at me, they be like, yeah, I think I need to lose some weight. Yeah, I need to lose weight too. But you're a little bit over losing weight. And we know for you to have to put in that much effort to lose weight, it's going to cost you a lot of stuff that you want to do instead of going to lose weight. Let's keep it real with ourselves, ladies. And dudes, too. But dudes walking around with big belly talking about their trophies. Yeah, that's my trophy right there, Yeah. I be like, why don't you, freaking drop that baby, man? You're going to have the oldest baby ever in your stomach. Your baby gonna come out 17 years old, dude, because you've been freaking carrying that baby around all that freaking time. Gluttonous, greedy, no freaking wherewithal, no willpower to say no to things that you know are not good for you, including me drinking wine, man. I mean, one glass is pretty good, man. I be going 4. I go 4 piece, but now I'm starting to drink a lot of water. As y'all see, I got my special concoction of water. I drink water now. When I drink wine, I make sure I chase with a glass of water, because I don't want my liver tripping out later. As opposed to me seeing people, all they doing is throwing down freaking really strong drink, and they ain't drinking no water. They liver be like, yo, dog, maybe you need to stop doing that. I'll be right back to continue and end this video. Don't go nowhere, and leave your comments down below in the comment box if you have a speech. All right, so let me end this. This is how I do it. Help y'all out. You can do it. You don't have to become a vegan. You just gotta make better choices. And think about the people that are not eating when you're just eating gluttonously. Think about those people. See, that you got to think about other things sometimes. You got to think about the less fortunate. Because while you wolfing down 27 burgers and 27 chicken McNuggets, think about the people who don't have to eat that. Now, of course, it's all bad food. It's all poison food. I got that point. What you're going to give somebody who's starving, that's going to feed them for that day, when they can learn how to eat better and feed themselves for life. That's how we are. We temporary people, man. We worry about what we can do right now today instead of thinking about long term. I started thinking about long term when I became 50. Because I know 50 means, yo, dog, you are now, over that hill. And some people, y'all 40, you over the hill. Because you might not see 80. If you continue to eat and do what you do and carry the lifestyle that you do, you're probably going to see 80. So 80 might be over the hill for some people. Y'all know my man Singleton has passed away at 51. He had a stroke at 51. If that's not a wake-up call for you cats who think you're invincible because you're taking pharmaceutical meds every day and you poison your body with their meds and you know you got stuff going on with you, instead of changing your lifestyle and trying to eat better, you're trying to get more meds to keep you alive. Come on, man. The mathematics is wrong with that. That is bad mathematics. That's bad life mathematics, man. Come on, bros. Come on, ladies. That's bad mathematics. So think about it, if you think about this humanitarily, and like I said, while you out eating all this bad food and spending carts full of bad food, I go to Fresh Grocer, man, supermarket. I look at the carts, man. I'm like, they all going to die in about 3 weeks. Because all you see in there is junk. And they feed it to their kids and wonder why the kids are ADHD, bouncing all off the walls because the food is doing it. It's not hereditary. You didn't grow up with being ADHD. You didn't have it, so why your kids have it? Because you was eating the very food that made them ADHD when they came out your womb, and now you still feeding them the same food because they're crying for it, because when they was in your womb, you was feeding them that. And then when they got the womb, they crying for the very same food that you fed them. They know what it tastes like. And now your kids that got ADHD, so what you gotta do? You gotta put them on Ritalin, another freaking poison medicine. And now they doing medicine, they taking Ritalin just to get high now. But then you look at yourself and you're wondering what's wrong. You are wrong. You are freaking wrong. You wrong because you ain't thinking right. I'm wrong because I ain't thinking right. We all wrong because we don't think right. So the way we need to think is think spiritually and humanitarily first, which is to say that for all the time you sitting there eating like you ain't never ate before, you can't cut back on a freaking burger, you can't cut back on a lamb leg. For the people who out here who can't eat, that'd be one way you look at it. Secondly, the Heavenly Father don't like gluttonous people. That's why you get disease with what you get. Heavenly Father ain't got to put diseases on you. People think, oh, Heavenly Father ain't had that happen to me. Because that's what I notice about people too. I meet more people that Heavenly Father, God, is good as long as everything going fine. Soon as some darkness happening in your life, they done lost God. They don't say, well, maybe God did that. But no, God ain't got to do stuff to you. God ain't make you fat and now you got diabetes. Or I know people would think I got diabetes because they can't stop drinking soda. They don't drink enough water. So God don't give you diabetes. You don't get cursed because you live a stupid life and then you end up with something. No, you end up with something because that's your life. That's why I realize when I drink a lot of wine, I know I'm affecting my liver. So if something happened to my liver, heaven forbid, I ain't gonna be like, oh, God did that to me because I was drinking too much. No, he didn't put the bottle in my mouth. He did not pour the glass. I did not drink and say, thank you, God. I did that. If you have diabetes and all that stuff, it's not because you inherited it. They want you to think you inherit diabetes. No, you can turn that around. All you gotta do is change the way you live in your life and think about other people who probably wish they had something, not diabetes, but wish they had something to eat. While you simply eating, can't stop eating to save your life. You can't stop eating right or can't stop eating wrong. To save your life, you can't stop eating wrong. To save your life, think about what your parents used to say. You can't do that to save your life. Some people cannot do the right thing to save their own life. They're willing to just say, look, I'm going to die of something. Now, when you have that rationale, you're already lost. And you can never understand this video. If your rationale is, I'm going to die of something anyway. Okay, so think about the 1.8 million people that are going to die of hunger. You know what? If you're going to die, I bet you ain't going to die of hunger. Hunger. The new epidemic. And always, the hunger for methamphetamines. People are dying for They say 100 people a day are dying for methamphetamines. That's a hunger to die. That is really a hunger to die. If just imagine I mean, and I know the statistics are usually loose because it might be 200 one day, it might be 50 one day, it might not be none one day, it might be 400 another day. So statistics are really loose. The arithmetic is going to be loose. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's what you got a morgue for, and that's what you got doctors for to say, oh, this cat died of methamphetamines. Whatever it is, whatever they take. I don't know that stuff. But that's a hunger to die. Is that not a hunger to die? So just imagine these people who are dying from overdoses of an illegal drug. Yet again, you're eating overdoses of illegal food because it's illegal. You shouldn't be eating this food. This food is no good for you. Would you not say you have a hunger to die as well? You just can't wait to die. You can't wait. Every time you pull into that freaking fast food restaurant, anytime you get in that long behind line that's wrapped around the wraparound to get a freaking piece of food that's no good for you, and you wait in that line for 5 minutes, wasting your gas or turning your car off and on, waiting in this line of 10 people. At 12 o'clock at night, I've seen windy lines at 12 o'clock at night with 10 cars in it. I'm talking about nice cars too. I ain't talking about no bum cars like these cats just got to eat something. I'm talking about people who have alternatives to eat something else because you drive around in a Beamer. You got a Benz, you know, and you're in a Wendy's line. I mean, give me the mathematics of somebody who's in the Wendy's line who owns a $60,000, $70,000 car. That might be used. I'm just rounding out. Even $30,000. Because those people who got $1.8 million, 108 million people who are hungry ain't got no car. They wish they probably had a moped to go buy something decent to eat. But you got people with high-end cars, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 cars, with probably jewelry on their MCM belts, in a freaking line full of poisoned food. They don't know where the cow came from. They don't know what they shot the cow with. They don't know how much radiation they had to radiate the food with. All they know is when they go there, it tastes good. They fry it up, put more chemicals in it because it's frying. It becomes a carcinogen because once you fry any food, it becomes carcinogenic. No doubt about it. Look it up. I'm not making this up. The math is not right, man. The math is not right. Another math is not right is owning a $70,000, $70,000 car and your house is only worth $20,000. What is up with that math? Who does math like that? You know who does math like that. You know a lot of people with Mercedes-Benz and their cribs only worth $15,000. Do you know some? Doing well. Got a nice car and they got a nice crib as well. But again, we talking about statistics. We're not talking about 100% of anybody or no percent of nobody. We talking about statistics. How many people you know got a freaking Mercedes-Benz, probably brand new? Their house is beat up, the toe up and the flow up. How many people you know? How many people you know in your family that's doing that? How many people in your family you know that's obese and they're on meds and they tell you every day, oh, man, I gotta take. How many people in your family? I'm putting it close. I'm putting it right in your pocket. How many people in your family? You ain't got to look at statistics from the freaking United States or whatever. I'm putting it right in your pocket. Look around your family and tell me. So what are you going to do about it? Because you can't tell grown folk what to do, but you can softly suggest it by being the example. If they see you doing it and they say you doing pretty well, somebody say, nah, I don't care. I know people who smoke. I'm like, how do you smoke? In fact, last night I took 2 puffs off a cigarette because I wanted to remind myself of how disgusting it was for me to smoke. And now I see these beautiful young ladies smoking cigarettes with a hunger to die because cigarettes eventually going to get you. Now, I know people who've been smoking for years. For some reason, their body can tolerate cigarettes for like 60, 70 years. They can smoke all their life and nothing ever happened. But they more likely probably on some meds. The cigarettes harden your arteries. If your arteries are not soft and malleable and they're hard, obviously you will have some kind of sclerosis in your freaking arteries. There's no doubt about it. But if you're taking meds to relieve that situation, inflammatory, then you can smoke all you want because you're taking meds for that situation. Okay? You can. But all you got to do is be an example. That's what I said to you, and it's not easy for me to repeat this one more time, but it is because it's only a few words. What's going on, Dwayne? What's going on, Hayden? How you been, brother? It's real easy. I'm going to say it again to you, JW, Mr. Ward. You don't have to tell anybody anything. But if you set an example for somebody, they'll just watch you. And when they watch you doing well, they may want to do well as well. Again, the statistics may be only 30% of the people who watch you do well want to do well also. And then the other 70% going to say, well, good for him. I'm still eating chicken wings, hot dogs, full of meat. I don't know where that came from. Probably came off the floor of somebody's factory and they stuffed it back in. What's called? And yeah. I'm going to do that because I'm going to die of something. Well, my man John Singleton probably didn't expect to pass away at 51 when, understand me, I heard he had a pain in his leg. And when he had that pain in his leg, you know, from that pain in his leg, it turned into a stroke. And now my brother's gone. 51, almost 52 years old. What's up, babe? 51, 52 years old. John Singleton, the guy who put Boys in the Hood together, is now gone from a stroke. And you don't get a stroke just from just walking down the street. A stroke don't hit you like a car. It's a stroke because something happened in my brother's body. And the very people, like my sister out here, I dig her to death. I dig her. We cool people, but she out here smoking. She comes out here every day and she does a smoke break. She might smoke 2 or 3 a day, but she's smoking. She probably smoking more at home. Lovely young lady. I can't tell her to stop smoking. I would never walk up to her and say, I might say, put that cigarette out. But they ain't gonna stop her from smoking. I haven't smoked since last night. I took 2 puffs last night. Up until then, I haven't smoked since 1996. Well, yeah, I ain't gonna say 1996. I'm sorry. I'll be jacking up. My last pack I bought was in 1996. Okay? And, you know, that was it. That's the last time I smoked. Then I started doing loosies. And when I got past the loosies, man, I just stopped smoking. I just dumped myself down out of smoking. I was doing packs. Never bought a carton of cigarettes in my life. I bought the packs. Then when I didn't feel like paying all that money for the packs, I just started buying loosies for 25 cents. And I said, why am I sitting here buying loosies? I had to drink something real sweet to smoke. I just couldn't drink water and smoke. I just can't dry smoke. There was so many rules for me to smoke that didn't make no sense for me to continue to smoke. The mathematics wasn't adding up. Everything I had to do to make myself back normal after I smoked was not worth me having to do all the time, all over again. You know what I mean? So I had to get me some juice or probably a glass of wine. I was drinking damn bland Brusco back then. Or it could be a soda. I used to drink sodas all the time. And whatever, Mountain Dew, whatever. I'd stay away from Pepsis. I didn't do Pepsis. Mountain Dew, cigarette. Mountain Dew, cigarette. Kool-Aid, cigarette. It had to be something sweet because I ain't like the taste of the cigarette, right? Newports, right? Or if I was drinking out with the homies, you know, whatever, I smoke a cigarette. But then after I had to do that, I had to brush my teeth. I had to wash my hands real good. And I ain't wearing my clothes. So all this maintenance afterwards of me smoking, the mathematics wasn't adding up. How much did I have to do to smoke as opposed to everything I had to do to make it seem like I wasn't smoking? It wasted my time. Smoking to me was a waste of my time. I was wasting too much of my time, not only spending the 2 minutes or whatever it took to smoke the cigarette, but another 5 to 10 to get the small off my fingers, to get it out my mouth, to brush my teeth. I had to do that mostly every time I smoked the cigarette. I had to do it. I had to mint something. The mathematics was not adding up. So when I became 280 pounds, because I was eating half decent, everything I was eating, I was trying to, you know, incorporate vegetables and whatever. I used to get a big giant fried rice in the afternoon when I used to eat. And I used to eat pretzels. I used to go, in the morning, I used to go to a 7-Eleven. They had the warm pretzels. I'd get 3 warm pretzels, a grape juice. I call this my Jesus moment because it's bread and wine, right? I did that every morning for like maybe 2 months. I didn't realize I was blowing up. Next thing you know, 2012, I'm 280 pounds. And I didn't see it coming because I was wearing baggy clothes. Nobody saw it. Nobody believed I was 280 pounds. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to take this 280 pounds and I'm going to turn it into muscle and then it's going to look good because I saw this 300-pound guy. He was 300 pounds, but he was cut. That's what I'm going to do. Ninja, please. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. So then I just realized, man, I want to get off that script, man. I don't want to have to do more. I don't want to have to do more than I have to do to get past what I'm trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to have to eat all that food. What I got to do to get rid of all those calories. I didn't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to eat a freaking 2 McDonald's burgers or whatever, and I gotta go run 5 games of basketball. I gotta play 3 rough houses. I gotta play a horse, and I gotta run 2 full courts to get rid of the freaking burgers I just ate. That's too much maintenance, dog. I don't have time for that. That food was taking up too much of my after time. if I decide I have to do that to get rid of those calories. It don't make any sense. The math don't add up. It's so easy to put 1,000, 1,500, whatever calories in your diet, but it takes you like 5 days to burn off 1,500 calories. Unless you're on a freaking treadmill all day. So where's it worth it to you to not count the calories or whatever it is in this food, to count the poisons that are in this food? The unknown entity alone is enough for you to leave the food alone. Just knowing that you don't know what you're eating. What's going on, DJ? Just to know you don't know what you're eating should be an entity enough. Now, though I eat healthy, and though this is a kind bar, I know it came from a processing plant, but what I do know is they said that there's no genetically modified foods in here, no additives, nothing. This is all super grains. So we got quinoa, we got buckwheat, amaranth, quinoa, oats, and millet. So we got some good grains in here. And then I'm gonna drink my water. It started off as a bottle of Nirvana water. I pour out about right here, and then I add my own concoction. My concoction is, I drink 5 of these a day. My concoction is apple cider vinegar, pomegranate juice, blueberry juice, papaya juice, lemon juice, and here comes the good part, baking soda. And I put that in there, I shake it up. So as I eat this, I drink this, or vice versa. I might drink this and eat that. That's what I do all day. There's no other food going in my body in any day of my life unless I'm not working. That's totally different when I'm not working. I might be home, I might be off, I might be out, I might be on vacation. That's different. But majority of my time I spend here at my job, which is every day except 5 weeks or 6 weeks, this is what I'm doing. All right? Then once I'm done that, I don't go think about, oh man, you know what? I wish I had a burger right now. Of course, very good for you. I wish I had a burger right now. Look at that burger. Look at that burger. That burger looks so good. That's a burger. Good calories, because it's all fruits, blueberries, whatever else I put in here. Fruit. This is my burger. This should be your burger. You got to program your mind not to want to be eating poison. It's just a matter. It's not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. In other words, it's not hard to attempt to change your lifestyle, but it's not easy to also try to do that as well. I mean, it's a juxtaposition you got to be in, but you got to want to do it, and you can't call it a diet. The first trap is to get caught with these keto diets and all that stuff. Don't do that, because once you start to fail, then the diet is over. You must adopt a lifestyle. For people, you might want to adopt a spiritual lifestyle. That's your lifestyle. You're trying to do the best you can. You might even be doing great. What's going on, Hetty? My man right there lost a lot of weight. He used to be a big boy. He decided to get together. He started losing weight. I'm like, Hetty, you looking good. Because he saw me do my thing. He saw me lose that weight. The boy they saw me lose 70 pounds when I hit the job. They saw me lose 70 pounds because they was like, yo, you sick? Something wrong? Them niggas thought I had AIDS or something. Nah, dog, I changed my lifestyle. I didn't say I'm on a diet. When you change your lifestyle, you change your mind. And when you change your mind, you can change the world. But you can't change the world, let everybody else make an excuse as to why they're not trying to change the world. You're never going to be a conduit for change. You're going to be a conduit for being an apologist. So as soon as somebody say, well, you know, I try my best, I ain't trying to hear that. No. I lost 80 pounds, and you can do it too. You just got to want to do it. I stopped smoking cigarettes. You just got to want to do it. I stopped being a hoe. I had to throw that in there. I stopped sleeping around with a lot of women. You just got to want to do it. I still crave women now. I still crave being intimate. I do. I'm keeping it real. But I had to stop living that lifestyle. You got to start adjusting your lifestyle. And if it could be one thing at a time, that'll be one little thing. Let's just say, for instance, we're going to say smoke, because that's kind of crazy. Let's go coffee. No, because coffee is a drug too, by the way. If you don't know, you're a drug addict. If you drink coffee every day, you're considered a drug addict. You're considered a legal drug addict because the government said it's cool for you to freaking drink cocaine, coffee beans, whatever it is. It's legal. Just like it's legal for you to drink wine as long as you pay for it, or drink alcohol as long as you pay for it. Drink what you want. But whatever it is, fine. Don't try nothing big. Don't try to stop something you know. There ain't no way you're going to be able to get past it. Don't do that. What you got to do is something that's really a lot of what your day is consumed of, drinking maybe coffee, just cut down. Because you can switch to decaf all you want because you don't want to be bounced off the walls, but you're still drinking coffee. You still got the flavor. You got to diminish the flavor off your tongue and off your gland. Once your brain knows that it's not there anymore and your brain starts to become accustomed to it not being no more, that signal that's sending your brain sending down to your taste buds wanting you to have that, once you start changing, you can't change this because this is going to do what it do. Because you can't put nothing in your brain. You can't take a hamburger and put it in your brain. You can't pour coffee over your head and be satisfied. So you got to change this first. Now you got to say, okay, cool, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to drink as much coffee now. In fact, don't drink coffee on the same days. So instead of going to work and picking up that coffee, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait a little bit later. Wait an hour. Wait an hour later and then go get that coffee. So it might not be the coffee you want. It might not be the Wawa drug coffee. Or it might not be the Dunkin' Donuts drug coffee. Because that's what they're making their money off of, y'all being drug addicts for coffee. That's where they make their money at. It's coffee. Why would I make their money off coffee? They own the coffee. They got so much coffee stock. It's unbelievable. The government got coffee stock. Just like the government got cheese stock. That's why they keep feeding you pieces. That's why you can get all the pieces you want. You get 27 pieces for $1 from Papa John's. Because the government owns cheese stock. That's why they don't mind you eating cheese. That's why they try to make pizza into a vegetable. Remember? They're like, oh, it's good for our kids. Pizza is a vegetable. Stop it. That is crazy. What's going on, homeboy? So what you got to do is take something that you know you do strongly, you have a desire for it strongly, and then start to cut back. Change the time that you do it. If you drink coffee 8 o'clock in the morning all the time, don't drink at 8. Start changing up. Start switching it up. Every day do it later or do it earlier. Take your mind off that clock. Because your mind is now being programmed to like at 8 o'clock. You need that. Like when I get up in the morning, I know I'm eating oatmeal and I'm drinking a tea. But oatmeal and tea I got no problem with that. It's not a burger. It's not grits. It's not bacon. It's not eggs. It's not with milk. I can do that. I ain't got no problem with that. But I don't crave it. I don't have to have it. Some days I wake up, I forgot to buy the doggone tea. I ran out of tea. Like I'm out of tea now. But doggone, I forgot to buy my doggone oatmeal. I don't go run to the store. I got to get some oatmeal. I don't go run to the store and get the tea. You got to understand, you can't let stuff take over your life. We, as all people, allow things to take over our life. Our greed, our hunger for things become programmed in our mind, and we can't let it go. That's why we blasting off the planet at an early age. And like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Who knows? But all I'm saying is while I'm here, I'm trying to do the best I can to not only for myself, to keep myself encouraged and to stay cool. I got 5 pounds on me. I don't know where it came from. Maybe even 10. And I can't get rid of it. I don't know what it is. 5 or 10 I can't get rid of. I'll lose 3. All of a sudden it's back. And I'm not even eating anything. That's all I'm doing. So I don't know what that is. We have to figure that out though. What I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, you can have a hunger for many things. You can have a hunger for many things. But what you have to do is make sure it's not a part of the program that's going to come to your demise. Whether it's a hunger for money, whether it's a hunger for ambition, a hunger for knowledge, make sure it doesn't become occultic to you, that you have to have that hunger for that, because nothing should be occultic to you. There should be nothing in your life that you have to have that you're willing to give your life for, because people are willing to give their life to eat bad food. They're willing to give their life to smoke cigarettes. They're willing to give their life to drink coffee. Coffee is not altogether safe. We're willing to give up part of our lives for enjoyment. Me drinking wine, my liver. We're willing to do it, man. We got to stop being willing to do it. But again, we can't go about telling people, well, you need to do this. Because forget about the log in your eye stuff. We know that. We don't need to be talking no 5th grade conversation. Don't be judging me. I don't need no 5th grade words. I don't need that. That's bull crap. That's why people stay in the condition they say, oh, you judging me. No, you just fat and you don't want to lose no weight. Nobody judging you. You're fat. You know you're fat. You know you're overweight. You know you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. You know ain't nobody judging you. You judging yourself. You the one doing it. I ain't put the cigarette in your mouth. Nor did I put the hamburger in your mouth. Nor did I put the freaking coffee in your mouth. I ain't do nothing. I ain't put the drugs in your mouth. I ain't put the meth in your mouth. I didn't do it. You did that. So I ain't got to judge you. You judging yourself. You's a nutbag. Come on, man. So I'm not upset over it. Again, I can't, if I'm not an example, then I got to shut my mouth. I got to shut my mouth. You see what I'm saying? But me that's trying to share with you guys on a freaking dude level, on a straight North Philly hood, I'm just a regular ninja level. If you can't listen to a regular ninja, I mean, I can see if it's freaking Vivica Fox for you women, whoever got the perfect body out there, Beyonce. You don't know Beyonce. You're never going to know Beyonce. You're going to keep buying her music, whatever it is. They ain't going to make you lose weight to look like Beyonce. You'll be buying all this Beyonce stuff and you're still fat. You're still overweight. You're still taking meds. You still got diabetes, whatever it is. And you're still worrying about Beyonce. I'm just a regular dude. And if more of us regular people come out, and if you don't do one video at all on YouTube, do a video about just trying to keep it you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Whatever it is, bro. We can talk about what we need to take to do what we got to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about mathematics. I'm talking about you got to change your mind and what the dandelion or whatever it is you got to do. How many people in your family, turned on the dandelion? It's like, Negro, you crazy. Get out of here. I ain't doing that. Well, how many friends you taught about that? Man, get out of here. I ain't doing that. I hear you. Whatever you doing, that's fine for you. Now, be an example and show somebody else how to do that. I don't care what you do. Man, you can say, I starve myself. I fast 5 times a week to lose weight. I'm not here to say what you need to do to lose weight. I'm just showing you what I do to stay healthy. I don't care about all this. Whatever you do to lose weight, that's fine. But if you're not setting an example for these people, you're just spitting out talk. I don't care about what the dandelion does. I don't care what does. What I care about more is that you tell people about what they should do in their mind to try to stop them from having bad habits. Y'all guys still don't get it, man. Y'all trying to act like you freaking nutritionists. You trying to act like you Dr. Sebi with these. People already know about what you're talking about. You're not saying anything new. So you can stop putting that stuff up here. No, I don't want to even see that. I want you to have an influence on somebody's mind and be real with them and tell them, yo, you need to change your mind. I don't care what you're taking. I care about what other people are eating and killing themselves, or stop smoking, or all these other habits and habitual things that they do, not taking care of themselves. They can eat all the dandelion they want. Dudes, are y'all listening? You can take herbs and dandelions all you want, but if you smoke a cigarette, who cares when you taking dandelions? You cats, man, be off the chain sometimes. Y'all just be missing the freaking point. You're a psychologist. Yeah, okay, whatever. All I'm saying is, man, I don't care what anybody take. That's crazy. Because you can take all you want, but if you're still doing destructive things to your body and you're not exercising, you're not working yourself out, you could be sitting in your chair getting fat, taking dandelion. Come on, man. I don't care if you take dandelion, running lion. I don't care what you take. You got to take care of yourself is what you got to do. I'm not worrying about, I'm not worrying about a few pounds left to go. I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out how I got those pounds. Not how to get rid of them. I'm trying to figure out how I got that. Because I've been a consistent 210 for the longest. So I'm not worried about how to lose weight. I can lose weight. That don't make no sense to me. What you're saying don't make no sense. I don't have a few pounds to do anything. All I'm saying is, how did I get to do that? You gotta use reverse psychology, dog. You can't start taking freaking meds. I didn't know that. I had no idea fruit had sugar in it. Wow, fruit has sugar in it. But not eat no fruits then. You just don't get it. I don't get what you guys not getting. Y'all 5th grade me. I'm about to just shut this off. Y'all 5th grade me to death right now. Fructose, clean sugar. All right, I'm going to end this video because these two guys are not getting the point at all. And I'm surprised because I thought these guys were really, really on top of it, but they're not. So, to you people who are listening to me, listen to me. You have to change your mind. It's not about what you do to do what you got to do. It's about changing your mind. Because if you haven't changed your mind about how you live in your lifestyle, whether you're not eating sugar, whether you're eating dandelion root, whether you're eating papaya fruit, whatever. If you haven't changed your mind to do that on a regular basis, you can do that crap all you want. As soon as you're done, go smoke your 2 cigarettes. I'm out, man, because y'all tripping, and I got to go. Take care of yourself. Be an example to other people. Stop trying to suggest to people what they got to take and eat. Be an example and try to get into their mindset as to why they got where they got to. You can't cure stuff. You can't say I got cancer and now I'm going to stop smoking.